everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Fan Plays Games. Yeah!
Yes, and welcome to our preview of Paradox Initiative, published by Elf Creek Games and designed by Brian Suhre.
Now, family, this is a Kickstarter, so this is going to be happening on April 12th to May 2nd. Now, this is a reprint from a game called Paradox from 2016. Now, there's going to be a bunch of changes in this new edition, but I want to remind you, this is a prototype that we're playing, so things will change. Now, do your research, like we always say in our previews, do your research, check it out, see what's going, because just don't take our word for it, but just check it out on yourself. But right now, Star's going to give an overview of this really interesting game.
In the Paradox Initiative, players are mad scientists competing to claim strands of spacetime from worlds all across the multiverse. Who can most efficiently operate their particle matching Paradox machine to collect strands from the different worlds? Paradox Initiative takes the familiar board game elements of card drafting, set collection, and resource management and adds a bejeweled-like grid of discs for each player to manipulate. As a result, Paradox is simple to learn yet challenging to master, with players navigating 3 interlocking systems to grab as much space-time as they can to be hailed as the greatest scientists in the universe.
Oh, Starla, wait a minute. We're going through the multiverse and time is fracturing and going crazy. It's a little stable over there, but it's all over the place.
My goodness.
Whoa, what's going on?
I don't know.
Okay. But with the game, the components are going to be good.
Yes.
I already know it because, when Elf Creek Games gets with get with a game, it's going to look beautiful.
Yes.
It's going to look beautiful.
Yeah, I thought that there are a lot of different things that were in the game.
Yes.
So, all the different pieces that they have to make up the game,
Yes.
from, the little particles to the cards to the little board where you put your cards.
Yes.
There are a lot of things going on.
Now, we're going to tell you, family, they got 18 different well-known artists throughout the industry of board games, and they going to do art for this game.
Yes.
Now, we can't tell you no names, but they're going to be revealed throughout the campaign. But I'm going to tell you, it is beautiful.
Yes.
The art is beautiful, and the people who did it, woo!
Well, some of it's beautiful, some of it's interesting, some of it's kind of desolate, and some of it's spacey, because everybody had a different take on how the game should be interpreted.
But it's so crazy how they put stories together on the cards, because you have past, present, and future, and you can see like a story develop on almost all the cards.
Yes.
They put something together, and you can put the cards together and get a story.
Yeah.
So
and
that is really interesting.
Every world has a different look.
Yeah.
A different design.
And they have names on them.
Yes, every world.
It's really, really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yes.
So now Starla is going to tell us about the gameplay.
The game is played over a series of rounds, and in each round there are 3 phases. Phase 1, Wormhole. In the Wormhole phase, you may draft a card, activate a trigger switch, or build a tech module. Phase 2, Matrix. During this phase, you may perform a variety of actions, such as forming time strands, claiming Nexus cards, or allocating particles, and a variety of other actions during this particular phase. And then there is Phase 3, Cleanup. After all players have performed their matrix actions, cleanup occurs. All right, so it was an interesting game.
Yes, while we're still traveling in this fractured, timeline.
Well, we are mad scientists.
Yes, we're mad scientists.
So really, it's kind of our fault that we're in this timeline.
I know.
So.
But like when you go, when you try to, put, get the cards, because you got, it's based on sets of cards that you got to have to, win the game or get points. And once you do that, you're fracturing some of these planets. and you got to go rescue them or save them or protect them with shields. You know, it's crazy because, you know, once that glitch movement, you know, the glitch marker moves, everything goes crazy. And when it hits the planet that you need, you go, oh man.
Yeah, then you got to figure out, how do I save it?
How do I save it?
Because if I don't save it at the end, I'm not going to get all the points I want.
Yeah, you might have just one card for that planet and you lose those points.
You're going to lose it.
You know, so you got to try to rescue it, and then you got to try to put a shield on it to save
to protect it.
And that just happened the whole game, and it was really challenging.
It was challenging, but you know, one thing was the Matrix.
The Matrix,
where you're doing the time strands.
Yes.
You know, so I was always trying to figure out how to get the most time.
You were trying to always get 5.
Yeah, I wanted to get 5 in a row so I can get the most time strands together, but sometimes you can't do that.
I was just trying to get 4.
I know.
You know, just get a 4 in a row of the same color and just be happy and just try to rescue the ones. But I think the other thing I was doing, I was overloading my cards.
Yeah.
You know, and I was losing cards. When it goes from past, present, or future, those cards keep moving.
Then it goes to danger.
And it goes to danger, and then you lose them. And I'm like, oh my God, I was losing so many cards. But so I had to learn to, like, okay, I can just do this one so I can save it while I'm looking at my matrices and saying, you know, okay, what can I do with my matrix? What colors I'm going to come up with so I can get this card and save it before it goes away. Because if I overload, I can't do it.
Well, see, you got a little overzealous.
I did.
You know,
I got
overzealous. As a mad scientist.
You do that.
You know,
you do that.
You just got to do it too much.
Yeah, I'll do it too much.
Yeah, try to do too many cards, you know.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out, you know, when we tried to play it again, we have to figure out how to manage those cards.
And then also use your technology, you know, cards, you know, that gives you a little bit of advantage, or special powers, a little bit.
It gives you help.
You know, it gives you help. So you use that, but, you know, from the get-go, that matrix is like a puzzle.
It is.
And it's a puzzle that's really getting you.
You sit there and you got to figure out how to make these things come together in your 2 turns to try to get your 4 together or your 5 strings so that you can get some
But it's
particles.
a really interesting game that really makes you think and strategize and look at everything you need to do.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, drafting the cards, and let me tell you, I got to tell you, the art on the cards, great. But you know, you got to make sure you get the right cards for the right planet that's going to help you out.
Exactly.
You know, and then you got to make sure you protect that planet so you can get all the points. So
well, you know what?
It's
in like in other games. Every planet ain't gonna make it.
No, not every planet gonna make it.
Some planets are just
every planet not gonna make it.
It's not gonna make it. But you just try to fight to save as many planets as possible.
Yes. Now, Starla's gonna tell us how this very interesting game ends.
The end game is triggered when the core timeline deck is empty. After each player has taken their final action, the game is over. Then you move to scoring, which involves resolving the fractured world penalty, scoring worlds, scoring research goals. Then the player with the most points wins. Well, that's it.
Starla, we still in this crazy timeline fracture. We need to repair it ourselves.
Yes.
We need to repair it.
Maybe we need to stop fracturing things.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's what
we're trying to just do time strands and mess up stuff and try to take over, you know, the multiverse. We need to stop messing with it. Yes, we do. We do.
But that's how the game is played.
Yes, that's the game is played.
And that's how the game ends.
Now, family, again, this is a Kickstarter that's going to be from April 12th to May 2nd. So again, check it out, do your research, and take a look at it. It's a very interesting game.
It is, and the artwork is so unique.
Yes.
With all the different artists contributing to the game.
18.
I mean, you just be lost in looking at the cards.
Yes, and just looking at the story.
So
looking at the stories of the cards. Yes. Now, Starla, where can they find OFPG in this crazy fractured timeline?
If they can find us.
If they can find us.
If you're looking for Our Family Plays Games, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on YouTube.
Right here. Now, family, we're so glad that you found us. Well, I hope you found us because we are in a crazy timeline. But hey, keep coming with the comments. We really like hearing from you because we're going to respond right back to you. And just really know, we love you.
Bye
now.